Stop number 2 of the year for the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup, and you hear the bell ringing because once again, the fight is on. It's always a fight to get your name on the cup by the end of the season, and every stop it's a fight between 100 two-man teams, the best redfish anglers in the world, and a redfish they hope just might be the perfect one, 8 pounds or better within that slot limit. At stop number 1, Mobile, Alabama, Anthony Randazzo and Billy Walbaum made the big gamble, running 300 miles, capturing the first place prize with less than 45 minutes of fishing time. This week, our entire tour picks up and heads west to Chalmette, Louisiana. It just so happens to be the area where Randazzo and Walbaum caught their winning fish. We've got a lot to look forward to today. A father and son team, first female finalist, and teams from as far away as South Carolina trying to make their mark in arguably the best red fishing along the Gulf Coast. Join us. It's the quest for the cup.
Wait, yes, baby, yes. They're showing up.
There's one.
Oh my God!
Ah, we got you, son of a gun.
Once again, welcome to the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup competition. Again, this is stop number 2. We started out in Mobile, Alabama with some tough conditions around there. So tough that, well, as we mentioned, several of our teams made a long trip to catch their fish. Boy, we are ready for a whale of a tournament here. Let's get you located down toward the sportsman's paradise, the state of Louisiana, and there, near the New Orleans area, we find Chalmette on the east bank of the Mississippi River. What a place for fishing tradition, both commercial fishing and sport fishing as well. This is a 3-day tournament. We'll cut the field down to 5 on the final day. There's a team that made a run on day number 1, the Culpepper brothers from Houston, Texas. There's another team to look for, Alex Sueskin and his partner Ron Horton in second place, behind the team of GT Cantrell and Randy Baining. Baining at Cantrell finished stop number 1 in 5th place. They are making a play for it this year. They're leading the Oh Boy Oberto Team of the Year race. Team of the Year being the top points getters after all the events, and that is a coveted prize among the anglers. With us today on the Redfish Cup program, great to have our analyst here. Very appropriately, we have our analyst from Chalmette, Louisiana, Captain Charlie Thomason. You've seen him on the show many, many times before. And at this point, Captain Charlie, we should point out that our coverage that we're seeing today is pre-Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane Katrina, you guys had to deal with a lot after that one. So much devastation.
Yeah, well, you know, Chalmette took a big hit. The whole entire New Orleans, greater New Orleans area did. But Chalmette, yeah, we took about a 20-foot storm surge, flooded the entire town. Everything you see on here pretty much is devastated or wiped out that you'll see on the coverage. But, you know, not only myself, who lost everything, but we have a team of Mike Fournette, who's going to be on, you know,
We'll
on
see
the
them
show.
in the show, and his son, Mike Jr.
And they lost a lot. And Anthony Randazzo, they call him T-Man Sheremy. You know, T-Man, he got a hit on the storm also.
Belay and Belay, the brothers we saw who did so well in Mobile, also wiped out.
Yeah.
One of them lost their home. I know that's a very, very bad deal down there.
But, you know, the town's coming back. It's going to be strong. And, you know, America is allowing us to, you know, come back in and helping us a little bit. And hopefully we'll have another event in Chalmette soon.
All right, we're looking forward to that. It's going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, I know it is.
The fishing is still going to be good. In fact, I understand that the fishing now is coming back in a big way.
The fishing actually after the storm was phenomenal. Just in some of the major creeks and bayous that were right there where we took off at, people were catching limits of redfish and speckled trout weeks right after the storm.
Unbelievable stuff. Well, we'll see how good it was before the storm. Right now, let's get back to our coverage. Day number 2 in the current Oh Boy Oberto Team of the Year leaders, Randy Baining and GT Cantrell.
We're fishing Delacroix area. The freshwater influx into that area is very consistent. So your redfish tend to hold in there longer. These freshwater reds they're just massive. They bulk up so much. The first day stringer that we had from that area probably could have been topped.
First day leaders headed back down to Delacroix. The fishing is underway on day number 2, and Captain Charlie, finding fish is not a problem down here, but finding fish in the slot is a big challenge. How do you pick an area that's going to carry the size fish you need to win a tournament?
Well, we just heard from these guys. They told us exactly what we're looking for. Fresher water, that's number 1, that's the Delacroix area. Number 2, we're looking for the grass. Lots of grass, the thicker the grass, the better it is. And number 3, inside that grass, you want to look for oyster shells. And these guys are right on a prime spot.
He ain't the big one.
He looks like he's too big a one. Corner of the mouth, good hook job.
I always do that.
Yeah.
Not Big Spoon does that, Todd. That's that Big Spoon.
Oh, really? Well, we gotta start using that thing. Maybe we won't hurt a fish.
Oh,
27 there. Over.
He's over.
Yep, 27.25.
Nonetheless, our leaders are looking better and better. Again, we're looking for the top 5 to fish on day 3, the championship day. We'll take the scores back to 0 for that day. Some will have success getting there, others will falter. We'll find out who fishes on when we return.
There you go. I think we're done for today.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup is presented by Frog Togs, keeping the world cool and dry since 1996. And brought to you by Mercury Marine, #1 on the water. And powered by Oh Boy Oberto Beef Jerky. Taste what's real, it better be Oberto.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup, stop number 2 for the season, Chalmette, Louisiana. We're watching action from day number 2. Only 5 teams will advance from today to fish for the championship.
There's a lot of good teams out there right now. It's clustered around 14, 15 pounds. Any of these guys from the top 40 right now can get it done. So it's going to be an interesting day.
Twin brothers from Houston, John and Chris Culpepper, very much in the mix after one day of fishing. Sitting in 5th place after day 1, Marilee Dunn and Terry Simmons.
All right, day 2, 5th place, 16.87. And we're going to just do the same thing we did yesterday. Put 2 good fish in the boat early, and then try to upgrade to the best fish, which came on the last half hour.
Last half hour of the fight.
So we're just hoping to do that. We got to come back a half hour early, and we'll be all right.
Boom, bingo, 16.87 pounds.
Great day number 1 for Simmons and Dunn. This team headed out to get started on day number 2. Now Marilee Dunn and Terry Simmons, a team from Bradenton, Florida, over here to try their luck in the marsh. There's some of the creatures we see in there. One of the crabs there. What kind of, you recognize this place, I know, Captain Charlie.
Yeah, this is, they're fishing in an area called the Fungara. It's a real popular area to fish, but there's a lot of fish around there. And as we can see, they're fishing gold spoons, a lot of grass. You see they're fighting all that, but hey, sometimes that grass can be a big problem.
Just come off. Nope, just came off.
No.
Yes, he did. He just ran over that way. All right, let's go get the nuts in.
Here he comes.
All right.
It was a tough start to the day. What do they do now, Charlie?
Well, I'll tell you, right now, look, there's the grass again. Got to tighten up those drags. Got to tighten them up.
Oh my God.
Same thing.
Not 2. I thought I was keeping that thing tight too. Man. All right, let's get him another one. We'll be all right.
Let's just go get him again.
Dunn and Simmons, let's take another look at our team from Houston. Did so well on day number 1, John and Chris Culpepper.
Got to make it happen today.
Yeah.
So far, that's not happening.
No. We've had a pretty tough one so
But
far.
it can change in a matter of 10 seconds.
There's one right there on that shoreline.
See it right past my
Yeah,
look?
I see it.
I don't know what it is. That's a red.
It looks like a red, but knowing our luck today, it's probably a drum.
2 of them. All right. You want me to cast in there? Or you want me to power pole?
I want you to power pole down. Get the net.
Close, man.
Don't make it. Ain't as big as the other one.
Oh. There you go, buddy.
All right, turn the live well on.
All right, well, the Culpeppers are on the board, and back over to Dunn and Simmons. We'll see if Marilee Dunn and Terry Simmons can get one in the boat. They got to get one through the grass. And you mentioned just a moment ago, Charlie, first thing you got to do is tighten up that drag, right?
Yeah, well, I'm noticing right now a lot of drag slipping out, and in this grass, tighten it down and just horse the fish in, because if not, the stress will kill these fish on these people.
And it's not just the fish getting caught up in the grass. Your line can get caught in the grass, and the fish can be just thrashing himself to death over something.
Correct.
Right?
What it is, it's like a pivoting point. What happens is you're going to get slack in that line. You're thinking you're tight on the grass and the fish, but guess what? You're only on the grass. The fish is loose and the hook can pop out.
Have they got the right equipment here?
Well, you know, I'll tell you right now, I think down when you're fishing a lot of grass, just like anything, we've learned it from bass, you need to make sure you use bait casters during a situation, because if not, the drag will slide out and you'll lose the fish.
Can I breathe now?
Back to our day one leaders.
Get 'em out of the
GT
grass.
Cantrell, Randy Bainick.
It's like fishing, dropping jigs and grass. And boy, look at the fish. We ought to hold down on those. Come on in fast, boy.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's a big one.
Ooh.
He's a big one.
Ooh.
No, Randy.
Yeah, he flipped on me, man.
There you go. Maybe over.
That's what you call a freshwater fish. See how orange
Look at
it
the
is?
color of this.
Pop! Pop! Pop!
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's what we need. That's a fish. We're done for the day.
8.
We're done. I think we're done for today.
Done for the day and sitting there looking very good for the finals. Of course, a lot of the groundwork done on day one with that 17-7-8 for Cantrell and Bainick. But we're going to find out our full feel for the final day when we come back. The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup third season is underway. This is event number 2, Chalmette, Louisiana. One reminder, the coverage we're watching today was pre-Hurricane Katrina. Boy, this is a team that really set all the figures the first day. GT Cantrell and Randy Bainick, and after 2 days, they've got the lead, 33.60 pounds. In second place after 2 days, a team from all the way over in South Carolina. That's going to be Ben Alderman, Ronnie Pitts right here, 32.95 pounds, not too far behind our leaders. And Marilee Dunn, Terry Simmons, after a rough start on day 2, come in with 32.52. Fourth place goes to the first father and son team to make the finals.
Team Mike and Michael Burnett. Some Louisiana locals showing you how to get it done.
Team of Mike Fournette and Michael Fournette Jr. coming to us from just across the river, Marrero, Louisiana, another place very much devastated by Hurricane Katrina. Also, the Fournettes had some fishing operations down toward Venice, too, that were much affected. Rounding out the top 5, the Culpepper brothers, Chris and John Culpepper, from down there in the Houston, Texas area. So we got our top 5 set. And Captain Charlie, you and Eric Taylor, just out of that top 5, finished in 8th place. I know that's a disappointment, but you're still in there in the Oh Boy Oberto Team of the Year points.
Definitely. And you know, it's hometown. I wanted to win. But, you know, as always, you got the hometown disadvantage because you just think you know everything.
Well, you look at this top 5 here. We got Cantrell and Bainick, Culpepper, Pitts, and Alderman from South Carolina. Marilee Dunn in there, the Fournettes. You going to handicap these guys? Who's got the biggest shot at it right now?
Well, you know, Mike Fournette and his son, he knows the area really good. I think he's going to do really well. But then Marilee and them, I mean, they're on some really good fish. I saw them fishing. I know they're in a good spot where they're catching some really nice ones.
That are going to fit in that slot.
Yeah.
That's very, very important. Do you fish different on day 3 than you do on days 1 and 2?
1 and 2, those are your days that you just want to make the top 5. So you go in, you catch the fish that needed to do that, to get it done. But then on game day, you know, third day, everything starts at 0. You're going for everything.
Well, here's 2 guys who are going for it all. John and Chris Culpepper, Delacroix area in Lake John.
We're going to go hit a couple of areas that we've been pounding pretty hard. We know the good fish are in there. We had a pretty tough day yesterday in there. Tide was a lot lower than what we anticipated. Fish were not in there like they were the day before, but they're good ones. So we need just a couple of bites out of there. Then we're going to go kick our hunt. It's been kind of amazing on these third days. It's always been a lot smaller than what people have done in the past, in the first 2 days. The weights have. They're in here. Thing 2 that
Where's John
legit.
Ritter?
Look at that small. Yeah. Wind is killing this boat and just stands so high off the water. There he is. Did you get him? Yep. Sweet. Oh yeah, he looks good. Let me hit that power pole. Right now. Now always sitting there. Oops. He's a big boy.
He's measuring, ain't he?
No way.
He's too big, yeah.
Big one. Turn around. Oh, Chris.
Hold on, man. She's close, dude. We're there. I mean, put him in the box. It's early. He's close, dude. We're there. I mean,
He's that class of fish that's skinny. He's a lot skinnier than what a lot of people have been bringing in. The only thing that he's got going, he's got some good shoulders to him, and he's got that length to him. So, you know, it's amazing though to see them vary from weight to weight with the length that they are. We've had a lot of 26 and 26.5-inch fish that have outweighed the 27-inch class, and it's a good start, but that ain't gonna do it.
We saw it last time in Mobile. We see it now. A team putting a fish that looks a little bit long in the box. Is that unusual?
Well, it's not unusual because everybody wants to catch the biggest fish they can get. But look, I've been fishing tournaments for a while, and I'm going to tell you, I haven't seen a fish yet shrink in a live well. They usually expand.
But that's what they're expecting. They expect that fish to shrink, and you say, really, physically, there's no way that's going to happen.
No, the fish relax and they get longer, but it's just your desire. You want to catch that really big one.
All right, now to the team of Alderman and Pitts. Ben Alderman from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, and Ronnie Pitts making their first appearance in the top 5 here.
This little platform right here.
Maybe you might see something today.
Holy moly. Feel like King Kong out here.
Just kidding. Man, come on. Fish care. That's what yesterday was all about, was fish care. Today it's gonna be fish catching and fish care.
Fish care, a big part of the equation. We probably don't say enough about that on this show here, Captain Charlie, but fish care is a big part of your final result at the tournament's end.
Well, definitely. You want to bring in live fish. The penalty is too great. But the thing is during this time of year, we got hot weather, low oxygen in the water, all of those things, and then our fish, they get stressed out so much because they'll fight till the death. They will not wait. They will fight you to the death, and then that hurts a lot of the anglers at the end of the day.
All these guys know not to play the fish. You really horse them in is the way to do it, right?
Yeah. In our area, the first thing you want to do is tighten your drags down as much as you can. Use the heaviest line you can use. Horse them in, get them in the net, get them in the live well, and rejuvenate them so they're ready to go for the scales.
All right, we should keep it in our back of our mind as well that once a fish dies in your live well, you cannot release. You can't cull with that fish. He's in your box. You will take that penalty regardless.
That's right, and let me tell you, that's one of the worst things to do is to go out there and have a fish belly up on you, and you know you have to take that small fish in.
All right, fish care will affect some of our top 5. We'll find out who's going to take the devastating blows when we come back.
Huh?
Just let him go.
Let's let him go. Go ahead.
You sure?
No, but go ahead. Listen, nah, shoot, we can't let that fish go.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup season number 3. This is stop number 2. We're in Chalmette, Louisiana. This coverage pre-Hurricane Katrina. There's a team that's trying to wire this thing. Our first day leaders with a big stringer of 17.78. GT Cantrell, Randy Bainick. They've led it after 2 days as well. We pick them up now fishing 53 miles away from the takeoff in a place called Lake Batola.
There he is coming off the bank. See?
Possible.
What are these fish eating in here, Charlie?
Well, I'll tell you, main forage for these fish, right there, crabs and mullet. Those are the two things. Those things make a lot of displacement, and guess what? That's why they're using spoons.
A lot of displacement. You mean a big spoon then, right?
Yes, big spoon. We want to make sure to use something, half ounce is small to us. We want 3/4, 5/8.
There's another fish. I'm going to change the spoon.
He's just a good one.
Our orange belly boy.
He didn't fight like an oversized one. He don't look real big, but
He'll weigh.
yeah, he's perfect.
25.25.
Oh, yeah.
He's fine.
6'6".
6'6". That's not real good, but that ain't real bad.
Captain Charlie, as we watch the fish catching here, we're seeing a lot of the same lures. We see it most of our stops on the tour. A lot of spoons, a lot of soft plastics, top water here and there. What really makes the difference? What's the critical choice to make when you're selecting a bait for fishing in this area?
Well, I'll tell you, Tommy, as everybody has been witnessing, the grass is a big problem. And with all of the grass that we have around right now, what has to happen is that people have to use baits that are going to go through the grass easily, like spoons or beetle spins. But the other thing is you have to have heavy tackle, and you've got to have your drag set really tight. We see a lot of people that are coming through and missing some fish because what's happening is spinning reels, they allow the drag to go out a lot easier. You can't horse those fish in, and we're noticing that's kind of a disadvantage for these guys. But when it comes into bait casters, they're keeping them up on top of the water. They have they're using baits that they can really horse those fish in. Braided line, those things, and all of those variables are going to make those people who can bring in fish compared to the people that may not.
Explain why we're seeing bigger baits down here among the guys who are successful versus the smaller ones, say, in the flats in Texas or in Florida.
Our fish,
They just love to eat.
They're just ready for some meat.
That's right. And all you have to do is place a bait, honestly, right in front of them, and they'll eat it. So the size of the bait gives a little bit more displacement. Our fish are not sight fish feeders because we have so much grass. They feel a spoon coming through the water or a small beetle spin. When they hear that, they come and eat it. And once they get it, you've got to keep them up out of that grass.
Interesting stuff. We'll see how much better they do it at the team of Merrily Dunn and Terry Simmons, who's had some trouble with the grass already today.
You know, we're running about a day behind on everything. We think it started calming down for us the first day we started catching good fish. And after that, we just started sticking to a plan. It seemed to work for us. We stuck to it. And we've got a good little routine, I think, and it seems like it's panned out so far.
Dunn and Simmons fishing roughly the same area as Cantrell and Boehning, still trying to figure this thing out.
Well, 3 days, different tides each time. Yesterday the bite was early before the storm, and then a little late. There's nice fishes. That's definitely that.
Well, we saw them struggling with that grass a little bit earlier. What else do they need to do to upgrade their catch at this point?
Well, you know, as the tournament went on, the tides got lower. They need to move off the bank, which it looks like they're doing right now, and they've got to tighten that drag down and get those fish into the boat.
Oh, he's just a little one. No wonder he didn't give us. Hey, we got fish in the box. Whoa! He thinks he's a bass.
All right. Those fish.
We start slow. Start low. All right. 8 o'clock.
It's a small one, but...
Small one, but it's a start. 27 1/4.
First one in the tank.
Right now, let's take a look at one of our local teams who's made it into the top 5, the father and son team from Marrero, Louisiana, Mike and Michael Frenette.
Woohoo! Baby, this is it.
Yes, it is.
You ready?
Yeah.
Huh? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm doing you pumped, huh? You pumped?
I'm ready.
You excited?
Yep.
Huh? Yes, sir.
Frenette's as well, fishing not too far from Lake Batola in a place called Rosita.
So look, right up here. Off the point, just a little bit. Not many, but there's a couple coming at us, see him? There he is, you got him.
Small one.
He's a small one. There's some run right there. I'll try to get another one hooked up right there, Mike.
All right.
Oh, you want to get that one in right now? Where's the net up there?
That's right here.
Huh?
That's right here.
All right.
He's not great.
No, he ain't a biggie, but he's a firstie.
He's barely hooked.
Okay, well, we're all tangled up in the net, just like it's supposed to be when you get a fish on.
He's not even about 3 pounds.
No, that's a stretch of the imagination.
20 1/2.
Woo, what a monster!
Good start.
Just getting one in the box on this third day is a moral victory. We go from the Frenettes to our team from South Carolina, all the way from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, Ben Alderman and his partner Ronnie Pitts. Talk about this area, and is this a place where they can win the tournament, Charlie?
This is definitely a place they can win the tournament. Ben is a very skilled fisherman. He understands what needs to be done. We're going to see in just a couple of seconds that, hey, these guys are going to have a really hard problem and decisions to make. Fish care is key in these tournaments, especially during the summertime.
All right, having fish you can take to the weigh-in without a penalty is so crucial in edging out all the competition on this final championship day.
Okay, stick him up. Okay, lay him down. I want to upgrade this fish, but I got to keep him alive, so I'm in a quandary right now. You know, either I got to catch one real quick while he's still good and healthy, or let him go. But, you know, when they lose that much blood right off the bat, it's hard to keep him alive for a whole day.
Let's let him go.
Huh?
Let's let him go.
Let's let him go. Go ahead.
You sure?
No, but go ahead. Listen, nah, shoot, we can't let that fish go. Can't let that fish go.
What do you think?
Finding fish, catching fish, taking care of fish, and making decisions, they're all important parts of winning a tournament here in the Redfish Cup. We'll be back.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup is brought to you by Motor Guide. Never stop. Lowrance. We lead, we find, you win. And Berkeley. The edge you need for fishing in the zone.
Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup, stop number 2 in our third season. We're in Chalmette, Louisiana. This coverage pre-Hurricane Katrina. Let's check in with our team from South Carolina. Alderman and Pitts just landed a big fish, but there's been a lot of stress on this fish, possibly some damage. So this team has some big decisions to make.
He's gonna measure.
You know, either I gotta catch one real quick while he's still good and healthy,
or let him go.
Measure him one more time. He's not even 7 pounds. He's going back. Well, he still can kick. He just kicked in my hand. He's gone. We're gonna get an 8 right here in a minute, and it's gonna make us forget all about that fish. We just had a couple things go wrong. This first pond hadn't worked out, but that's okay.
We gotta shake the voodoo off of him.
Tough decision. Do you think it was the right decision, Charlie?
Well, I'll tell you, Tommy, it looks like early in the day. They got a lot of time ahead of them. They're good fishermen. I think they can catch another fish to, get rid of that one.
Okay. Let's head on over now to the team of Marilee Dunn and Terry Simmons.
Come on, you fish. We're on a deadline here.
That's right.
Nothing like rushing you. You got him, Terry. You got him, sweetie.
I think he's a keeper, but he's not.
Two small ones so far. Gotta work up. We're working down now from him just to see what he weighs. All right. Four something.
4 pounds?
4 pounds something? Four something.
So now we look at the scoreboard. Culpepper's on top. Cantrell and Boehning right behind them. Mike and Mike Fournette with 3 pounds each. Let's go to the Fournettes right now.
Go. To the left. Good fish. Got one.
The whole school in there.
Oh, come on, baby.
Where you want me to cast?
He's running to the left, Mike, so just be careful that way.
I see some going over to the right.
Look, over here to the right, they're going in that other pocket. Carl, watch it, Mike. Just be careful. This is a good fish. This is one of these hooks that you really worry about, because when he hit it, he pushed it straight towards me, and I never really got a lot of pressure on him, but nice and easy. Nice and easy. Big old head on it. There we go. Got a good one. Yes, that's a start. That's a start.
Maybe.
Nothing special, but it's a good one.
It's a good one. I think he'll fit, too.
Okay, let's see.
No, he fits.
25 and a quarter. You got a buoy for him?
Throw him in here, then I'll get him a buoy.
Yes, there's one. That's a start.
Fournette's looking a lot better now. Back to the team of Pitts and Alderman.
Fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on. Lord, please measure. Please measure. He ain't that big, but we'll take him at this point. We need to get the skunk out of the boat. You ready? I'm ready for you now. Just go ahead and scoop him. We'll take him.
Yeah.
It's a start.
Better than none.
He was tight to the edge. 5 pounder, if that, probably. Yeah, 5 pounder. Out the corner pocket. Ooh. You there?
Yeah, there he is.
Is that that?
I got him.
Oh, that's a good one.
The one X factor here, Captain Charlie, is these guys have no idea what anyone else is doing. Are you just assuming all day on the final day that everyone's doing better than you?
Absolutely. You always think that every team out there, you're the only one that's having bad luck. But it doesn't work that way. And that's what they're doing. They're starting to get their game plan back together, and these guys are starting to step up.
Here's a good fat fish. That's a nice one, Ryan.
Hey, that looks like talk him down a little bit, you know?
That one's, he's 6.5, almost 7.
That felt good. It's been a while.
If you're pulling for Alderman and Pitts to get back in the game after having zeroed out at midday, well, they've done it. They're back in it, but the fish care issues are far from over yet. The next team to deal with that will be Mike and Mike Frenette. What happens? Come back and we'll find out.
We've had 2 fish. They had to release both fish because they certainly weren't going to make it through the day. We got to start all over.
He's in the grass. There he is.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup, season number 3, second stop, Chalmette, Louisiana. This coverage pre-Hurricane Katrina. Catching fish is no problem. Down here in Chalmette, the issues today have been taking care of the fish you have caught. Some teams have dealt with it successfully. The next team that's going to have to deal with it, these guys right here, Mike and Mike Frenette.
All right, so all we can do is a small fish. He's not making it at all in the live well, so.
Penalty for a dead fish is 1/2 pound. That is significant, especially on this final day. But if they release it before it dies, while still alive, they can still cull, which means they can upgrade, get a better fish.
That was a nice fish. We've had 2 fish. They had to release both fish because they certainly weren't going to make it through the day. We got to start all over.
Frenette's will deal with that. Let's get back over to our Texas team, John and Chris Culpepper.
We found these fish real late yesterday, about 3 o'clock. That tide was dumping hard. They were right here on this edge, though. They weren't pulled up real shallow. So there's a ton of fish in here. We're just gonna sit here and wait them out. There he is, left of my lure, Chris. Yeah, another one to the right. Oh, look, there they are, Chris, right there. 3 foot up, 10 foot, right there. They were sitting on this point. There he is.
There's another one back here where I was casting.
Yeah.
He's big, huh?
He smoked it hard. He was at the peak of my cast.
Hey, when they ain't close, you can't just muscle them.
No,
He's close.
Oh, get out of that grass.
Yeah, he's close, huh? Skinny, though. Nah, he ain't over.
I got him. Small.
Small.
Look at that, Chris. He come on out. Yeah, 24. That's all right. Now we got some work to do.
There's a push down that way, hon. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Go get him, honey. Go get him.
Missed another one there, Captain Charlie. Time is waning. Final day. What's the big push? What's the big final push, especially for this team?
Well, I'll tell you right now, what's happening to them is that they've got away from their game plan. We saw them earlier. They were in the middle of the ponds. They were catching fish. We now see them up tight against the bank. Now they've got grass in their way. They're missing fish. It just makes it tough. You know, you're trying to get it all right, but things aren't going right.
Why would they make that decision? If they were catching fish out in the middle, why would they move back up there? Because they hooked fish there early in the day when the tide was up higher?
That's what happened. And now that the tide has fallen out, the fish aren't up there anymore. And the fish that are smaller. And it's just making it tough conditions for them. You can see the wind's blowing now. The overcast has got them. They're blind casting, looking for fish. Now they move back out into the open water and watch right off the bat.
I guess so. Who knows what could have happened for this team. Had good fish on early in the morning, couldn't get them on. Fighting that grass. They seem to have the wrong equipment and sort of the wrong approach to getting those fish in the boat.
But we see Marilee right there. Perfect example. Put her hand on the spool, stop that drag from going out. She's noticing it. That shows a great angler.
All right. Well, good anglers, as you say, are the ones who can adjust, make changes during the course of the day. Maybe this team can right the ship and get 2 big fish in the boat and make a run for the title here in Chalmette, Louisiana.
I hope not. I can tell you right now he's too big. Just flip him in the net there. Oh, look at his head, honey. Beautiful. Come on, quit picking. Did we bring too many frogs?
Too big for that one. So Dunn and Simmons will have to try again. Let's go over to the favorites. Coming into the finals, the leaders through days 1 and 2, GT Cantrell and Randy Baining.
Before I really expected to come here and nail 2 fish and get out, and it ain't happening, but there he is right there. He saw me.
You got him?
Got him. Little one, but that's all right. No, we ain't little. That's all right. Yeah, we got 2 fish. Hallelujah.
The leaders over the first 2 days have struggled after getting their first fish in the boat, but now they've got the 2 fish limit. That's good news for Cantrell and Bainick. I know you like the spot they're fishing. They're, like you said with Dunn and Simmons, they're staying out in the middle.
Yes, they've stuck with their game plan the whole time. The decisions have been great. They're fishing clear water. They've got an area that the fish are sitting out in the middle, and they're fishing those fish and picking them off every once in a while, and the fish that they're getting are nice ones.
Again, they caught 17.78 pounds of redfish on day number 1. That's a record for the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup. They have a bass background. Does that serve them well in this area?
Well, we can see it right now. They understand how to catch fish in the grass that are out in the middle of the ponds. Most anglers fishing the Redfish Cup don't understand that yet. We're still learning. We know how to fish the banks, but out in the middle, it makes it tough.
7-6. Take that little one out. I got a deal in him.
These guys are going to town now, Captain Charlie. For everyone who's not seen this type of tournament before, explain quickly what culling is.
All right, well, what culling is, these guys right now have 2 fish in the boat. They've got 1 nice one and 1 smaller one. They just caught this beautiful fish. They're going to take out the small one, release him, replace him with the big fish, and guess what? These guys are making it happen now.
Something that's hard to do is win one of these tournaments wire to wire, but GT Cantrell and Randy Bainick are making a serious run at it. Can they do it, or will someone catch him? We're going to find out when we come back.
There he is. All right. Oh, he's again.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup is presented by Frog Togs, keeping the world cool and dry since 1996. And brought to you by Triton Boats, Triton LTS, the ultimate bay and coastal fishing boat. And powered by Oh Boy Oberto Beef Jerky. Taste what's real. It better be Oberto.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup 3rd season, stop number 2, Chalmette, Louisiana. We are here. We've got a team that's trying to win this thing wire to wire. GT Cantrell, Randy Bainick set the record on day number 1. Led the tournament again on day number 2, and they're trying to do it again, and they are on their stuff on this final day. The question is, can they hang on, or can one of the other 4 teams in this championship round catch them? We're about to find out as we're getting ready to wrap it up.
We caught that fish in that first pocket, didn't we? Not the far pocket, right? We'll go get a look at them. Then we know as soon as we see them that we can get off of them. Well, I catch this fish, though, Randy.
Horsey.
I think he's off. No, there you go. Yeah, he's large. Oh, no, he's okay. He may get us he may break us. Oh, he may be good.
Took them a while to get on their stuff on this final day, but now they are pouring on the coals. That one's going to measure 14.5 pounds, the total so far for Cantrell and Bainick.
It's not near the way, but we still got 30, 45 minutes.
Well, you just want to stay?
Yeah.
Not check in?
That's even easier than weighing in dead fish, just don't show up. Some looked at it.
Yeah, they're popping it. No, he's on.
There we go. I think this is a bass. No, it's red. He's skinny. No, he's not. Not as skinny as I thought. Looks long, though. He looks long.
25, 3/4.
26.
Boy, he got a gut on him.
Yeah, he's 26. Good hook set, the mouth. Boy, they're hooking themselves good today. Golly, it's 7.5. 7. What's the next one in there? 2.
Culling 7-pounders is a position you want to be in on this last day, right, Charlie?
I'll tell you one thing. That's the thing about fishing the Chalmette. 7-pounders, you never hear that, and we've got it today.
Big fat fish. They have a nice orange color, means lots of fresh water. That's how the big redfish get fat, right?
That's right. Fresher water, all of those fish are going to have big crabs in an area, and they're going to get fat.
We can leave any time right now, and we not be leaving too early. So it's what, 12:15?
12:05.
12:05.
No, 5 till 12, I'm sorry.
Okay. We got another 15 minutes, and we better play safe.
Decision is to play it safe. Is that the right decision, Charlie?
I'll tell you right now, with the bag that they've got, I would be dancing on the back of that boat, and Eric would be driving, because I'll tell you, that weight is awesome for this tournament.
Cantrell and Bainick, 14.5 pounds. Pretty strong on this final day. Over to Alderman and Pitts now, our team from South Carolina, a team with one more chance at catching the leaders.
Shoot. Yeah, we do have a roller. We got a roller.
says we do have a roller. So once again, the issue of fish care is coming up again. You can't let your guard down for a minute, can you?
No, and I'll tell you, that's one of the things that's great about this Triton boat. When you open up the live well, there's a clear plate down there. You can see these fish, and sometimes you can rewrite them and everything's fine, but as we see in this tournament, it's just a hard thing. Oxygen levels are low, and the fish are really stressed.
Plus, you're worried about fish, and sometimes you don't worry enough about looking at the fish you've already got, right?
Yeah, and sometimes that, that'll end up backfiring. You're stuck with a dead fish and a penalty.
There he is. All right. Feels pretty good.
Huh?
Feels pretty good. Feels like a real good one. Feels like a really good one. This is a good fish, man. This one will help us. This one will help us.
Oh yeah.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, he's got a measure.
Got a. Oh, he's again.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Head up, head up, head up.
God, he's strong. He is strong, strong, strong. Here he comes. Here he comes. Measure, fish, measure, measure.
Time is running out, but we got some last-second heroics, possibly by Alderman and Pitts. Could this be the fish that puts them ahead of Cantrell and Bainick? Well, we're about to find out right now because this Chalmette crowd is ready to weigh them in.
All right, we're ready to rock and roll out of Houston, Texas. Let's hear it for Team Culpepper. John and Chris Culpepper. Team Oh Boy Oberto Beef Jerky in the house. How was the day out there today?
It was an interesting day. The conditions really posed a few problems for us today. We had the sun out, which was good because we haven't had a lot of sun all week. But the wind was much higher out of the southwest, and when you got the wind to your back and the sun in your face, you can't see those fish too good.
Let's go ahead and get them on the scales and see where you sit. Let's hold those fish up. He's reaching in for one right here. Chris gonna show you one good redfish inside the slot. John, you got a bag of your own. You got another fish in there? We got two reds right here. Oh Boy Oberto's Team Culpepper right here. What do you got? It's been 8-pounders that have got guys to this point. A total of 1368 on the scales for Team Culpepper. 13.68 pounds. Well, enjoy it while it lasts. Take it right there in a Triton LTS 240. You guys ready to meet our next team out here? Well, guess what? They also run in the same colors for Team Oh Boy Oberto Beef Jerky. It's Team Fournette, Mike and Michael Fournette.
Mike and Michael Fournette, what a disappointment. They had found fish. They had two keepers in the boat, but unfortunately had to release them both to keep them alive. Marilee Dunn and Terry Simmons, oh, they had some big fish on, no doubt about that, but just couldn't put them in the boat. They will fall short as well.
Look at the Culpeppers. They've never been so happy to see two small fish in their lives.
Ben Alderman and Ronnie Pitts had to take a 1-pound penalty, but it didn't really matter in the end. They wouldn't have caught the Culpeppers anyway.
Let's go ahead and get our #1 qualifiers out here. GT Cantrell and Randy Bainick out of Texas have led this thing wire to wire. They put 33.6 on the scales here. This week so far, you've been into the big fish. Did the big fish bite hold up for you today?
Not the real big ones. No, they didn't.
I wonder what that might mean for the Culpeppers. Let's reach in a bag, hold them up, bring them out one at a time. GT out of Temple, Texas. There's one. You guys got to get loud if we see another good fish out of here. There's number 2. Oh boy. You need 1369 to do it wire to wire. All right, folks, get ready to light it up. 1369 is the magic number. Lock it in. 14.77. And Cantrell and Bainick lead it wire to wire to capture the title here in Chalmette. This team right here is the only team in the field to fish the finals our last 2 events. Here you go. You took a top 5 spot in Mobile. You took the top spot in Chalmette. Ladies and gentlemen, your champions, GT Cantrell, Randy Bannock, leading the Oh Boy Oberto Team of the Year race. Unbelievable. Hold them up high, boys. Hold them up high. Chalmette, I can't hear you. The race is on for the Oh Boy Oberto Team of the Year. Our top 25 teams will advance to the finals, the championship round for the Cup in Biloxi, Mississippi.
GT Cantrell and Randy Bannock, we got our first good look at those guys when they made the top 5 in Mobile. If you thought that was a fluke, you were wrong. These guys are for real.
I'll tell you, these two guys, they have something going. I mean, they are really doing good this year, and it's going to be tough for everybody to catch them.
Great performance, especially on day number 1 with that record catch. Let's take a look at the final standings. GT Cantrell, Randy Bannock on top. The Culpeppers coming in second. A good effort from them, good consistent effort. Pitts and Alderman from South Carolina, then Merrily Dunn and Terry Simmons, and the Frenets coming up in 5th place. The Team of the Year standings after 2 events, well, there they are. Cantrell and Bannock on top there. The Hartzels follow them. Keith and Greg Hartzels. The Belays, who did so well in Mobile. Merrily Dunn and Terry Simmons are in the mix as well. Peter Young and Johnny Korzanowski, better known as Johnny Donuts. And in 6th place, there you are, Captain Charlie and your partner Eric Taylor. So you guys very much in the thick of it.
Yeah, we're really excited. We're doing good this year. We've been sticking with our plan, and I'm hopeful we're going to do pretty good this year, maybe on the Team of the Year standings.
Good luck to you in that. We want to say hi and tell the people, all the people that turned out for the weigh-in there, and everyone in Chalmette, we're thinking about you. Good luck in all your efforts to rebuild after Katrina.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot, and I'll make sure I tell everybody, and we'll be back. We're ready for another tournament to come down to Chalmette.
That's good news. Next stop is Lake Charles in Southwest Louisiana. What's coming up there?
I'll tell you, great fishing. Not as many fish, but we got good fishing there. It's going to be hot. It's going to be fun. You're going to see a lot of fish. It's going to be a good tournament also.
You're going to help us out with the analysis there, I understand, so
yes.
We look forward to that.
I will be back, and I'm excited because guess what? That tournament was great.
All right, Lake Charles, Louisiana, next time on the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup. We'll talk to you then.
This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Become a better angler. Log on to ESPNOutdoors.com.
Oh, they may be good.
Ladies and gentlemen, your champions, GT Cantrell, Randy Bannock,